Hello everyone and welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2 here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and obviously I have us at the story mode startup screen here, and that is because the next bit of story in our main file did not record because my recording software decided to die. So I had to very quickly do a backup playthrough to get us back to where we were at. So we are going to be going in with that one for this episode, completing the missions that I did. So we will be up to date with what this is. So let's just jump right into it. We are going to be meeting with La Volpe. And we're actually going to get to see our first assassin tomb in this episode as well, so very exciting. I am going to be looking at my computer a bit more today than usual, just to be ensuring that things are recording, all that good stuff. But we will just jump right in. Here we are with La Volpe, so let's chat with him.
Follow me, but we must move fast. Think you can keep up?
Nessun problema.
And every time he says Nessun problema, all I start doing is singing Nessun dorma in my head. And it's just because of the word Nessun. Gotta love how the brain works. Okay. You gotta love how paranoid technical glitches and problems makes you.
What are you doing back there? I said to keep up with me.
Alright, there we go. So just a quick little chase sequence essentially to get us to the Santa Novella Cathedral. And I'm not doing a great job with my free running today. In part because the game I've been playing the most lately, just because I've wanted to, is The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. But here we are.
Here we are. Francesco di Pazzi is meeting his people inside that church.
How do I join them?
There are catacombs that run under the city. They will lead you to a place where you can eavesdrop on the meeting. Grip that stone handle. Turn it, then slide it down.
Thank you for all your help, Volpe.
Buona fortuna.
Alright, so again, just continuing to manipulate things on my computer just to make sure. I think we're good, so we will jump on in, and of course had to lose some health there. But let's jump right in, and this, like I said, this is going to bring us to the first of the assassin tombs as well. So this is one of the cool ways that the game makes these fetch quests, because they are fetch quests, collecting the tomb artifacts, collecting the feathers, etc., etc. These are fetch quests at their core, but what starting with this game happens is turning these fetch quests into into something narratively significant. And in this case, there's both the historical narrative for Ezio, because obviously he found these things, but there's also the modern day story significance because Desmond wants to achieve full synchronization with Ezio. So, very cool stuff. It's so much more satisfying than the flags in Assassin's Creed. I will say again, if anybody ever wants me to go back and actually find all of the flags in Assassin's Creed, I will. I actually am happy to do that because I'm just curious about it. But it is a tedious process without much of any payout, really. Alright. Get our free run on. There we go. And the key with these is, one, being deliberate with the free running. And I just realized I've always thought those were birds. They're bats. I love that. What a fun little detail. But being deliberate with the free running and moving with purpose, which I imagine is kind of what you have to do with actual free running as well. So, down we go. And let's see here. Get to go up a bit higher. Then we open that. And that gives us an easy way down, while also opening that door for us. So, very purposeful. But here we have some guards we're going to have to deal with, so let's take a look.
How long do we have to stand here, Saverio?
It's so cold. What do you want, Ilario? Messer Pazzi is paying us good money to watch the entrance, and the dead won't try to murder us. I can't wait to go home to Elena and tell her how much gold we made tonight.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to do that, buddy, but okay. We'll see. And there's these wonderful little details of this clearly being an assassin's space. There are, as you probably saw with that I don't even know the right word for it right now. The switch that was there. It is very much an assassin's symbol. And heck, I am gonna loot him. The way I see it, it's always good to loot because you might get a throwing knife back. I will always go for getting throwing knives through that rather than trying to buy, or having to buy, better way of putting that. Alright, so now we have to see if there's an easy way to kill this guy. How far over does he come? He stops right there. We have our hidden blades equipped, so I think... There we go. Managed to keep him quiet before he got the other guard's attention. Now we will give him a quick loot. Alright, so then, is there anything that I have to go up here for? I don't think so. So we'll just head on back this way. Oh, and I will completely screw up that jump. Similar mistakes happened when I was first doing this with the recording that did not record, so figures that the universe wants me to show you all some fail. But the this combining of Templar space, given that this is a place where a Templar meeting is happening, so there's definitely something Templar-y about it, but then obvious assassin space with that assassin symbol right there. I just realized I really like the look of that assassin symbol. I've been thinking that I might want to get an Assassin's Creed tattoo, and I really love the assassin symbol, especially the iterations of it that appear in the Ezio games. So I'll have to keep in mind the appearance of it on these switches, because that's really cool. But the other fun thing within all these spaces is there are secret areas that you can find, and because you can only do missions once in this game, which is why I had to do a different save file to re-record this, is that the you can't re-record, you can't replay memories once they've completed. You might be able to redo the non-essential things, but which I believe the other catacombs and stuff count as, but this first one, it is narrative critical, so gotta love it. Alright, so this is gonna open that door for us.
Merda! The door! Keep watch while I go look. This was supposed to be an easy job.
Womp womp.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. If I hear anything, I'm running to the other guard post, so help me God.
Alright, so the key then with this becomes taking care of these guards secretly. So what I like to do is jump down into this pile of hay. I believe at least one of them gets close enough so that I can do an assassination from a hiding spot. This guy might. Maybe not. Alright. I am gonna wait for a second just to be sure, because the way I see it, I'd rather be able to take care of them stealthily, if possible. I might be able to get this guy secretly. Get back in here. See what happens when they see his body.
Damn. Who did you cross? Anyone see what happened? There is a killer loose. We had better well be in
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Dead bodies are always a perfect way to lure. It's wonderful. Let's see if I can take care of this guy quickly then. Oh no.
I'll be back with the other guy.
Well, shoot. I was hoping that I might be able to just start get him right off the bat. Alas, it has to give you this this chase sequence, I guess. More interesting that way. And all in all, this is not a difficult chase sequence. it is introducing these particular sprinter guards that are inherently really fast, as you can tell.
Have to find a way out before it kills me.
Yeah, oh shoot, that was smooth.
He's not going to get me.
But you can hear that he will stop running at various points. And then, also recognizing where he's going to divert or block you from being able to get him. Better way of putting it. But ultimately, this just gets you really close to where you need to go in the long run. And speaking of which...
Alone! Guards, to arms! To arms!
There we go. And this allows us to avoid another fight, which is wonderful, because you can see that little group of guards in the mini-map right there. So now we don't have to tussle with them. It's wonderful. I love it. Checkpoint reached. And then I just have to get up there. Yeah, I can just walk right by. Do this. All right. And this meeting.
Benedictio Dei omnipotentis, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, descendat super vos et maneat semper.
Grazie, padre. Bernardo?
It's all here. Swords, staves, axes, armor, bows. Our men will want for nothing.
I take this gift to mean the Pope consents.
He gave his blessing to the operation. As long as nobody's killed.
We're all set for the Duomo in the morning, Signore. The bait's been laid, but it wasn't easy. His fool brother keeps changing his plans.
See, we'll need to be on hand to make sure Giuliano even gets out of bed for church tomorrow.
What is it, Jacopo? Do you think they suspect something?
Impossible! The Medici are too arrogant or too stupid to even notice. Likely a bit of both.
Do not underestimate our enemies, Francesco. Or have you already forgotten how your son was murdered?
We'll suffer no such surprises this time, Maestro. You have my word.
Molto bene. I should be off. I've some other business to attend to before I return to Rome. Gentlemen, tomorrow, a new sun rises over Firenze. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
All right, and this is a real historical conspiracy that is being created. That is the Pazzi Conspiracy.
Look at that statue. It's identical to one in the Villa Auditore. I think you've stumbled onto one of the assassin's tombs Ezio's uncle mentioned.
That we have.
Now that we know the way in, I'll tag the landmarks containing tombs in the database.
There we are. So, with that, we're going to get this treasure, and we'll have our first tomb completed. But like I was saying, that is a true conspiracy. The Pazzi Conspiracy was real. Francesco de Pazzi was a real figure. His uncle... I've, of course, now forgotten his name, because that's what my brain does. But that is the reason why I couldn't just not have this element of the story for you guys. and I still haven't made the video, but I am going to make a video talking about this, a quick little game professor's take on how I am functionally viewing Let's Plays in terms of the storytelling medium. And essentially what I view them as is audiobooks. And if you're going to be creating an abridged audiobook, it has to be purposeful. It can't be arbitrary.
But what is it?
I overheard something. They have weapons, enough for a battalion. Even the Pope has given support.
Typical of Sixtus, but... what the hell are they planning?
I couldn't understand the specifics, but it involves the Medici, and it begins tomorrow morning at the Duomo.
The Medici will all be there for Sunday service. Along with the rest of Firenze.
They're going to do it right in the middle of High Mass.
But it's also a chance for me to blend with the crowd, get close, and stop this madness.
If they succeed, if we lose Lorenzo and Firenze falls to the Pazzi...
It will not come to that. I promise.
I hope you are right.
Alright. So, like I was saying, the functional purpose of a Let's Play, for me, is that of an audiobook, essentially. That's part of why I wanted to have a face camera available, so that you get more of my interpretation rather than just my voice. Let me just double check what I'm looking at map-wise. I'm pretty sure this is right where I need to be. Yes. So, in that case, everybody, I know this is a bit of a quick episode, and I realize that I'm ending kind of on a talking point, but I'm going to continue this next episode where we will actually go to this memory and actually continue on with this in our main save file. So, and I will also have a much more in-depth discussion of the function of video game Let's Plays as audiobooks, essentially, and why moments where significant bits of narrative are left out, like what would have happened if I had just continued on with the game after losing this chunk that we recorded today, that we re-recorded today, would have just been unacceptable. So watch out for that, and next time we will continue on with this. So as always, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links in the description to the Facebook page and Discord server, and also now the Patreon if you would like to support me monetarily. Obviously not the focus of this channel. The conversation on Facebook and Discord is far more significant, but any support you can give me is always appreciated. But until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor, signing off. I'll see you then.